All-Star Wrestling. All-Star Wrestling is sanctioned by the AWA, the American Wrestling Association. All-Star Wrestling presents the top professional wrestlers from the United States, Canada, England, Germany, Australia, Mexico.
Hi everyone, this is Tom Vogel with Wrestling's Finest, the PC game. I recently did my first video where we talked about what the game has to offer and quickly went through some of the features of the game. And when this video started, you saw the initial game screen with the rolling pictures and posters and the intro to the old AWA wrestling TV show, one I actually grew up with. What I'm going to do in this video is we are going to actually set up a match, show you how that works, and we're going to get everything ready to go, and then we'll end this video, and then the next video I put together will actually take us through a match. So let's get to the action here. We're going to go wrestle. Here's where you pick what you want to do. All kinds of options, and in other videos we'll go through most, if not all of these. But for now we're going to go new singles match, and you'll see the various folders here. And one of the options the game allows is you to create your own wrestler folders to put the wrestlers you will use most often in its own folder. But for now I'm going to go master, and I'm going to scroll down here, and I am going to select my all-time favorite wrestler, Roddy Piper. And for his opponent I'm going to choose a wrestler that I don't really like. However, huge star, one of the greatest of all time, and a huge feud Roddy Piper had with him, a big rival, the incredible, legendary Hulk Hogan. So once we make the two selections, I'm going to go ahead and click OK.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
So now we're back to the main game screen, and we're going to make some choices for this match. So the default is a classic match style. That's the typically what, when you run your matches, you'll fall under. This is the outside ring chart that's pretty much covers matches from 1900 to 1999. After that, we're going to come down to one thing I want to point out here, change match style. Here's where all our specialty matches are. I know I rambled off a few of those in my previous video, but we'll run through a few of these matches in future videos. But for now, we're going to go, we're going to use a setting called Tournament DQ Rules. This setting allows Roddy to wrestle a little bit more cautiously, as he will not want to get disqualified, because this is going to be a championship match. And what this will do, it will prevent him from getting disqualified as often, but it will also limit his outside ring activity. So we're going to go ahead and click the -10. We're going to go accept. Then we're going to go up here for our next choice. We're going to select champion for the match. And before I do that, I want to point out the pin ratings here. You'll see Hulk Hogan is 21-21-2. Each of these numbers corresponds to the pin count. So the 21's for the 1 count, this 21's for the 2 count, and the 2 is for the 3 count. Each of these numbers is based out of 40. Once we check champion for Hulk Hogan and we click accept, we'll see his pin rating drop 1. So he now goes 21-21-1, making him very hard to pin. You'll also see up here champion next to his face wrestling style in his picture. Quick note on pictures, they do not come with the game. However, we did have a gamer who did an outstanding job of pulling the pictures, and I think he got them for about 98% of all wrestlers, tag teams, managers in the game. So I believe we have one more setting. We're going to go set time limit. Championship match, we're going to make it 60 minutes. We're going to click OK. Then what we're going to do, we're going to run over here to options. You just want to check this out here. A few things here. These are the defaults where the checks. I always play in the advanced version, single event display. I'm going to keep the strategy cards checked, but we're not actually going to use them for the upcoming match. We're going to use the 90-point cut rule, meaning if either wrestler suffers 90 points in cuts, the match will be stopped on their behalf, and if the combined cuts are minus 140, it'll be stopped for both wrestlers, and a no contest will be the outcome. So, final thing we're going to do here, it's called the trade hold recommendations. And what we have here, before every match, the computer analyzes both wrestlers and it makes suggestions which holds to trade. For Roddy, it says trade from ropes to speed, and for Hogan, ropes to arm holds and pin holds to throws and drags. Just for the sake of speed here, I'm just going to trade one here for Hulk. There's a trade moves that's right below my arrow here that I'm clicking, and it's very easy to do this. You go up and you find pin holds, and then we're going to trade it to throws and drags. This is a very, very important part. I'm going to go ahead and click the done box here. This is a very, very important part of Wrestling's Finest, as it allows you to pick a strategy when facing a wrestler, and it comes in very, very handy if you're facing a very large wrestler such as Andre, King Kong Bundy, Earthquake, Haystacks Calhouns, if you want to go back to the 60s and 70s. And when you're facing giant wrestlers like the ones I mentioned, you'd be very, very advised to trade out of like power moves, body slam, suplexes, etc., because their counters are so high. But again, the game will help you decide which ones you want to trade. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click Action, and we're going to get a little match analysis, a little tail of the tape, and it's going to make a prediction who wins, who the computer thinks will win this match based on their matchup. If you look up here, it will tell you Roddy's a heel, Hulk's a face. Comes down here, specialties, Roddy's favorite's the neck breaker, Hulk's is the slam leg drop. So now that we're finished that part of it, we're ready to start our match. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to end this video, and in the next one we will actually have this match between Roddy Piper and Hulk Hogan. And so until then, I'll say goodbye and I'll let the game send the farewell. Thanks again, everyone.
We'll have another great hour for you next week. Until then, so long for now.